When I was 14, my mom told me to step out of the family photo because I didn't match. So I stood on the sidelines, trying not to cry, and then I disappeared. Now she watches me. She smiled for the camera like nothing had happened, while I stood there, holding back tears. That night, I skipped dinner and sat alone in my room, sketching a life where I finally belonged. Years later, that life made headlines, and she wasn't in the picture. My name is Elena Park, and this is the story of how my mom made me feel like I didn't belong. And how I built a life so bright it blinded her. Growing up, I didn't think of myself as invisible, not at first. I was shy, sure, but I got good grades, cleaned up after myself, and didn't ask for much. I was the kind of kid you could count on to stay quiet in the car while the adults talked. And for a while, that seemed to make everyone happy. Then Carla married Rick, and everything shifted. Rick had 2 kids, Brooke and Jared. They were loud, athletic, and obsessed with attention. Carla called them a breath of fresh air. Suddenly, our walls filled with photos of soccer trophies, dance recitals, and sun-drenched beach days. My artwork, sketches I had carefully framed and hung in the hallway, disappeared one by one, replaced by shots of the new family. No one said anything about it, not even when I asked. Carla loved posting about us online, matching outfits, coordinated family fun days, brunches with hashtags. But I was always cropped out or standing off to the side, blurry, mid-blink. Forgotten. I tried to talk to her once. "Do you not want me in the pictures?" I asked one evening while she scrolled through filters on her phone. She sighed, like I had asked her to donate a kidney. "Elena, don't make everything so dramatic. You're so sensitive." That was Carla's favorite phrase, "You're too sensitive." As if my hurt feelings were a personality flaw. As if I should be grateful just to exist quietly in the background. I stopped asking questions after that. Holidays were the worst. Rick's kids got new bikes and iPads. I got socks or school supplies. One Christmas, they opened matching North Face jackets while I got a notebook, with my name spelled wrong on the cover. Carla smiled and said, "You like drawing, don't you?" I wanted to disappear into the floor. The hardest part wasn't the gifts. It was the way she acted like everything was normal. Like I was just ungrateful for not clapping over a clearance notebook, while everyone else unwrapped their second round of gifts. But not everyone ignored it. My grandmother, Carla's mom, lived a few towns over, in a little house with wind chimes on the porch. Her name was June. She had gray streaks in her hair and always smelled like cinnamon tea. She called me Lena and said I had my grandfather's hands, strong and steady, perfect for creating things. She never asked me to explain myself. She just saw me, and that was enough. When things got bad at home, I started spending weekends at Grandma June's. Carla didn't mind. In fact, she seemed relieved to have one less person to arrange around her curated life. At Grandma's, I could breathe. She noticed I was always sketching, faces, buildings, fashion designs, and asked if I'd ever considered graphic design. I told her I didn't even know what that was. The next week, she signed me up for a free weekend class at the local library. Then another. And another. "Don't let anyone shrink your world, Lena," she told me one night while we sat under a throw blanket, watching old black and white movies. "You're bigger than they want you to believe." Carla never asked where I was going, or what I was learning. If she ever noticed I was getting better at design, she didn't say a word. One day, she handed me a shopping list and said, "Make yourself useful and pick this stuff up while I take Brooke to her modeling audition." I looked at the list: shampoo, snacks, candles, all name brand of course. Then she shoved a $10 bill into my hand like that would cover it. When I pointed it out, she rolled her eyes. "Then use your own money. You're always at Grandma's house anyway, I'm sure she spoils you." That was the moment I realized Carla didn't see me as her daughter. I was just an accessory to manage, a kid who didn't fit the aesthetic. And if I didn't fit, I didn't matter. I started journaling more, sketching late into the night, planning an escape I couldn't name yet. Grandma June encouraged me to keep every drawing, every idea. "Someday, you'll need to show the world what they missed," she told me. She was right. But back then, I was just a kid with a pencil and a growing ache in my chest. I didn't want revenge, I just wanted to feel like I belonged somewhere. High school was when I realized I was officially invisible. Not just overlooked, invisible. My mom, Carla, had perfected the art of smiling through me. If I got an A, she'd nod like I'd told her I cleaned the kitchen. But if Brooke made honor roll, oh, she'd post about it on Facebook like her daughter had just cured cancer. Brooke and Jared were Rick's kids, my step-siblings. When Carla married Rick, it was like she rebranded our family. We were suddenly the Bradfords. Not the Parks, not me. She changed our last names to match Rick's. Mine was the only one that didn't take. I didn't argue, I just quietly stopped trying to be seen. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.